All right, time to get into WWE SmackDown from September 12th, 2002.
And I won't be denied.
Oh, yeah, that's
None of these. None of these.
Not that one either? Okay.
You're getting closer, though.
Huh. I'll figure it out.
So before things even get started here, we get the cordially invited to the commitment ceremony of Billy and Chuck.
Yes.
Then last Thursday, Paul Heyman is with Brock Lesnar at a small little table.
What? Where are they? It's like an interrogation room? Is that what it's meant to be?
So when they were sitting down and they showed this at first,
Yeah.
I could have sworn that it was Brock Lesnar, Paul Heyman, The Undertaker, and Stephanie McMahon.
Now, why did you think that?
She looked just like Stephanie McMahon. It was actually unbelievable. Later on, he goes, "Oh, there's Undertaker with his wife, Sarah." Now, hold on a minute. Sarah McMahon?
Long lost
her
relative.
hair's not blonde. It's fucking Stephanie McMahon's color. It's
Yeah,
just like the
that's
same
true. You're
build,
right.
too. It's like, wow, what
It
the hell's
does
going
not
on
look
here?
the same as when they do the DDP angle.
No way. Way different
Yeah.
person.
Yeah.
Well, Lesnar's the undisputed champion currently, and he decided he's going to be a SmackDown exclusive superstar.
Yes.
That's why the World Championship is now on Raw, and Triple H was just handed it to it.
Yes.
World title.
Paul Heyman says Lesnar is the shit, and Undertaker, you need to go take care of your damn wife before I take care of her. And this is Paul Heyman talking, not Brock Lesnar.
Of course. It'd be even better if Brock said it, but it was not Brock. Heyman would say Taker is distracted by his family situation at home and his pregnant wife, Sarah. And Heyman says, I will definitely take care of your lovely wife, Sarah, but I refuse to take care of your fucking kid.
Undertaker was cool with it at first. He was like,
Yeah.
you can take care of my wife. That's fine. You wouldn't. You're not going to take care of my kid, you son of a fucking bitch.
He flips a table and gets in Brock's face, but he doesn't do anything after that. He just kind of gets in Brock's face. Yeah.
Well, he's got his pregnant wife there. It's understandable.
Sure. That's
And then, of course, the beautiful people hit.
I'll
I'll never, ever get over Shane McMahon getting thrown through the King of the Ring at the drop of that song.
That breaks the fucking... Yeah, it goes through the graphic.
Yeah,
It's
that's
the
like
coolest shit
coolest.
ever.
Truly, I mean, I'm gonna mention every time we go over episodes like this. It's so fucking cool, man.
Well, at the same time, let us not also forget Rikishi's ass.
Oh, of course, there's always gonna be this. In the TNA one too.
Yeah, of course.
So they go out of their way tonight to call the Billy and Chuck thing a commitment ceremony. They say it
Yes.
over and over. They show every graphics commitment ceremony. At the top of the show, Taz says, "Yeah, that's right, brother. The first ever same-sex wedding in WWE right here on SmackDown."
Blatantly
Everything
same-sex
else
wedding.
says commitment
brother.
ceremony.
Ah, God damn it!
Taz, I'm gonna keep calling you that too, brother.
SmackDown is taped.
It was taped. Yeah, it was taped.
Couldn't get back in there.
Trying to get Taz in the booth is hard.
Couldn't get the same. He just, all right, we're going to try this again. All right, brother, we're here with the first same-sex. God damn it! Just let
stop,
it
brother.
go. Let it go. It's also 10 days from Unforgiven. And big pussy guy Eddie
Oh
Guerrero.
wow, maybe. Yeah,
maybe.
that's
And
crazy.
They also announced Rey Mysterio versus Kurt Angle is on this episode, which sounds
Rematch.
fucking
A
sweet.
rematch
Yes.
from,
Oh, what do they call it? It's they have a weird name for it that they say multiple times on this show. Fuck.
I didn't catch it.
I'll find it when we get to the match. They mentioned it, but it's like not a point match. Fuck.
So
Something weird.
So tonight is not only the Billy and Chuck wedding, but it's
Yes.
also a lot of different like moments I think a lot of people probably remember from this
Sure.
era of WWE.
Yes.
The first one coming up here on the show is Brock Lesnar versus Hardcore Holly.
So this comes on. Brock comes out, and I'm like, wow, Brock is fucking cool. He's a big motherfucker. Undisputed title. Paul Heyman's with him with the ponytail. This is what I remember here. And then Hardcore Holly's music hits, and I'm like, oh, because I'm watching this with Deb. I'm like, oh, that's interesting. I was like, and then the match starts, and I'm like, oh wait, this is the Brock Lesnar and Hardcore Holly match.
I actually had that written down. It says this the match. I was sitting there thinking,
I wrote that down too. That was my first bullet
please,
point.
please be the match. Please be the one.
I was like, this can't be it, right? But it is.
There's multiple signs here that are fun. Brock Lesnar stole my milk money sign, as well as Brock Lesnar beat me up in the 3rd grade.
They really zoomed in on that one.
Yeah, let him know.
So
And
this
This is
match-
also the this is a season premiere of SmackDown as well. If you guys didn't realize. so.
what a way to
This
take
still
it
on
off.
UPN?
I think so. Yes. Of course, from Mobile, Alabama, Hardcore Holly.
Yeah, a
shout out.
lot of people from there, you know. That's the only place you can be
They
from,
run
really.
there a lot too. It sounds
it's
like.
it's the number one place to go to. Oh, they were there tonight. I guess not.
Yeah.
So things start off here, And I'm thinking in my head, man, all I remember from this match was like him getting dropped on his neck. And then, because I always remember from the video package, he gets dropped on his neck.
Yes. And then in my mind, it's done. Like it's
I thought it was a one and done, quick kind of get in and out.
Hit him after that, but shockingly no, which makes it even crazier of a story.
Yeah, so this match is actually pretty fucking cool. This was a good match, to be honest.
It was. Like
they
Bob
straight
Holly
up slug each other in the beginning, man.
Yeah, they're just whooping each other's ass.
start.
Bob Holly is like standing toe to toe with him. Like I'm pretty sure they were trying to push him during this time too.
They pushed him when he came back with the
That's
little
true,
jeans.
yeah. With the jeans. That's right. How can I was at the match, the Royal Rumble 03. Where they have the title match.
That was a pretty good push for him. It worked for a minute. Hey, I mean, it didn't go anywhere really after that, but it was fun for him.
Yeah, he was over too. Like the big pop anytime his music hits. He never talked.
I think it's because Brock
really.
was so over.
Yeah.
Like really,
That's
it was
true.
just like, being able to make that callback was so clutch for him.
Yeah,
I couldn't even believe after he broke his neck in this match that he was able to keep going.
Oh my god! Well, they, like you said, they start out hot and they're punching each other. Brock belly to bellies him to hell, and then fucking Bob Holly like goes to double leg Brock. Brock falls head first backwards through the ropes. I'm like, oh my god, what is happening?
It was brawling. Yeah, Holly falls out with him too. I was like, damn, this is nuts.
They're going.
Holly's like refusing to sell anything Lesnar does unless Lesnar makes him sell.
Makes him do it, yeah. Which is probably, I mean, not it looked good, so whatever.
I think that Holly probably saw how the Brock matches go and and it was the way they kind of booked him back then, which is why Vince probably doesn't do it anymore. But Lesnar was like always up. Like it would have to be like a super top guy to make him, not make him be up.
Sell. Yeah, exactly.
And Holly was like, fuck that, I'm protect myself.
Yeah, if you're gonna get it, you're gonna take it, is what it is.
So it looked good here. Belly to belly on the floor on the outside too.
Oh,
Brock is just like, okay, well if you're not gonna sell these fucking punches, I'm just gonna have to throw you. And then that's
I'm gonna do moves to you that you will have to sell because they will actually hurt.
Yeah, and you can't really sandbag that shit. He's gonna really throw you out there. Brock gets a nice STO in this match, just fucking clean clocks on Here Comes the Pain style.
Oh my god, dude, I wrote that. He blocks the punch with his fucking forearms and then STO, just like the games.
This shit was beautiful.
I was like, oh man, that's so sick.
So we get on a little bit more here. Hardcore Holly goes for a front drop kick in this match off the ropes, which I don't recall Holly going for very often.
No.
Which was quite interesting here.
Yes.
And Lesnar just says, fuck you, and moves out of the way.
Brock also does like a teardrop suplex in this match too, which I don't remember him doing much.
Lesnar goes for a backbreaker here, turns it into a power slam, which I thought was a pretty interesting little combo that I have also
That was cool,
tried.
yeah. He was just trying shit.
Lesnar gets Holly up for a power bomb, and this is where things go a little stray. So it's actually pretty crazy how different this power bomb and the one that after this one is. Lesnar gets Holly up for the power bomb, and as he starts getting him up, and they get to like the climax where he gets him up on his shoulders, Holly's not fucking going. He's just like kind of holding down a little bit. He's not giving him anything for it.
So is there Bob Holly in his book said there's like no heat between them and that Brock was like actually sick during this match. So I don't know if that was why that happened or if Bob was like sandbagging him. I don't know if there's a combination of things there.
Yeah, I mean every story I ever heard was he was sandbagging him, but I'm sure Holly would tell you different. I'm sure Lesnar would tell you different.
No, was it?
I mean let's look at the two here. So Holly doesn't get up all the way, and Lesnar just says fuck it and just drops him anyways, just right on his neck.
Dumps him right on his shit and breaks his fucking neck.
I don't think Lesnar was trying to drop him on his neck. It just so happened that the positioning was seriously just like so unapologetic there. It was just like it couldn't have gone worse, honestly, is kind of how it works here.
Sure. For a young Brock, he probably was like, I either drop him now or I put him down gently and it makes me look like a fucking bitch.
Yeah. That's pretty much exactly what I was thinking.
You're going. Yeah.
Breaks his shit straight up. And I always thought, for some reason in my head, I guess that was it. And he pinned him.
Me too.
That was not it.
No.
He doesn't even.
Because he tries for it again. He tries for another powerbomb.
They don't even signal anything here. Referee checks on him. I guess he just tells him we're good. Lesnar then kicks him in the head, picks him up. Fucking this time for the powerbomb. No struggle, by the way.
Yeah,
0.
He's going.
I think, and that's why I made. This is all just assumption here. But Holly's pretty fucked up at this point.
Sure.
I don't think there's any chance of him sandbagging anything anymore.
It wouldn't surprise me though. Even after that, he may have not even known he broke his neck until he got to the bag, because he's still going here and they're treating it like it's normal. And Bob does the fucking Lobo spot in the ropes that he does.
Yeah, no, they keep going for a minute. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, they do keep going for a minute, but it's just
crazy the stark difference between these two power bombs, and it wasn't much different here. It was just one of them he doesn't go up, and the other one he goes up. He actually goes up so quickly.
He almost goes over.
He almost alley-oops him. So there's like a very stark difference between the two here. It could have been Lesnar was trying to get him up, and then maybe thought that he was going to give him a little more, so Lesnar didn't really like throw him up.
Yeah.
And then on the second one, he said, I'm gonna fucking, you know what I mean? Like Lesnar could throw him into the crowd if he wanted to.
They don't even try to readjust once. It's not even like and then go back down and go up. Bob's not there, so Brock drops him. Like, just right on his shit.
Yeah, so I mean, in the end, it's, you know, whatever Lesnar says and whatever Holly says, but
sure.
Either way, a man broke his fucking neck and like...
And he still goes, though. He fights out of the powerbomb. He does the low blow spot in the ropes. He's still fighting, and then he takes the F5, too.
And then, Holly, like you said, he goes for a drop kick, does the top rope nut kick thing, gets a roll up, and then Lesnar hits the F5 and wins.
Fucking hell, man. Like, God, wrestlers are...
Fucking good match.
It was
awesome.
That's the crazy part. It was good.
It's probably one of the best hardcore Holly matches I've ever seen. Shout out, man. That's pretty sick.
Yeah, I agree.
Undertaker with a leather vest and no shirt walking around backstage with his wife Stephanie
walking down the stairs. What the hell?
Probably dip in his mouth, I'm sure.
Yeah, guaranteed. We have Los Guerreros versus John Cena and Edge.
Yeah, so
what the hell?
There's a lot of cursed stuff here. So this is ʀᴇᴛʀᴏ Edge. That's still him. But John Cena in his NWO Lakers gear is John Cena
God, yeah, I couldn't even
in the
believe
trunks. Yeah. And then it's Eddie and Chavo. Now, maybe I'm just like, I just didn't remember the beginning of their run. But for some reason, mullet Eddie with Chavo feels weird to me. It just doesn't seem.
It does.
Yeah,
feel
no,
weird,
you're right,
yeah.
and I agree with you.
Yeah, but so this is just all cursed. Cena's in Vikings gear, I believe it is.
This is the
trunks.
When they talk about the ruthless aggression like documentary or whatever. This is the John Cena where he's like, yeah, I sucked at the time. I was
I'm fucking. They're about to fire my ass.
Yeah, this was I'm about to get fired, John Cena.
No way, man. He wasn't too bad, and he looked good. There's no way this was
man.
No, he just didn't have the word life shit yet. So he was still trying to find it.
Imagine if he never got that and they just fucking fired John Cena. Oh my
Whoa.
God.
So he shows him in TNA.
Yeah,
TNA.
That would probably be what would have happened. He would have went to TNA and did the fucking gimmick. So,
maybe, yeah.
And they would have asked him, "What are you into?" And he would have been like, "Rapping," and they'd be like, "All right, you're doing that."
Yeah, do that. Fight Eric Young.
I don't think it would have been as good. So yeah, Eddie attacks Edge before he can finish his entrance here.
Yes.
And Taz says on commentary, everybody in Red Hook is talking about the same-sex ceremony, brother.
Everyone.
Joey
Numbers is pumped up.
Everybody in Red Hook's talking about the
So he's got ceremony down now, but he's still going.
He's getting there.
He's getting there slowly but surely. Yeah, Joey Numbers is pumped up, he says. He also, they're talking on commentary. Taz says to Michael Cole, he said, "Did you say Chavo's 5 years old?" And Cole says, "No, I said that's when they started." And Taz says, "I was going to say, he looks good for 5. What?
Everybody in Red Hook talking about his 5-year-old, brother.
Yeah, Joey Numbers wants to babysit him.
Joey 5 years talking a bunch about this dude.
The number is 5.
So Cena gorilla presses Eddie up in the air in this matchup here. And I guess they said, let's do it twice. Cena does it once to Eddie.
I thought it was for them to like cut it because it was like he press lands him and then they do the same exact thing, but Chavo takes his legs out.
Takes his legs out. Eddie still takes a face bump from 20 feet high. Chavo didn't do very much.
Thank you, Chavo.
Edge fucking throws a super kick in a hot tag. I couldn't believe it. Slapped his leg and everything. I said, this is cursed.
This is so cursed. Edge super kick to Eddie Guerrero. What is happening?
Eddie grabs Edge's leg and then runs his cock and balls into the turnbuckle post. They said this was because they made Eddie Guerrero get stink face last week.
Right. He had a face full of sloppy Rikishi ass.
They say this a lot.
Shit.
They do.
They say this a lot for everyone on the show. Last week, Rikishi, for everybody, they got a nose in his ass.
They've
What's
been
going
really
on, man?
just doubling down on Rikishi's ass as of late.
I know, this is insane. I feel like I bring this up every match. So, yeah, they say on commentary, apparently Edge orchestrated a stink face for Eddie last week, which is a ridiculous sentence, by the way.
Is that like he
Edge
like put a hit out on him?
orchestrated a
Like
stink face.
Rikishi's ass is like the APA.
That's what they were fucking doing at this point. Everyone else on the show,
you're right.
everyone is getting ass tonight. This is crazy.
Cool.
So Cena does his version of the comeback that he ends up doing later on, but this time he turns his suplex into a urinagi, which was kind of
Yes. Oh, Chavo's gear looks just like Edge's, but red as well.
cool. We talked about this when we were watching someone. Edge. It's
Survivor
like
Series.
everyone's outfit looked like Edge's outfit.
Yeah,
like
that's
everyone's
true.
pants look like.
The same design.
Cena goes for a suplex. I'm guessing that's what he was going for. That was like a
Okay.
late match move. I don't know what Cena was
Yeah.
exactly going for. Anyways, Eddie punches him, and then Chavo hits the brain buster, and then Eddie hits the frog splash on Cena for the 3.
Yes. And clean, I mean, clean as you can be, but yeah, he bent him with a brain buster. I was like, oh, Chavo, fucking good for you, brother.
They go
That's
to,
not it.
Yeah, they go to beat down Edge after the match, and then Chavo looks at the crowd and points to his ass. And at first, it took me a second. I'm like, what the hell is he pointing at his ass for?
I forgot about the Rikishi stuff. I was like, what is happening here? And then I'm still not getting it. Chavo pulls his fucking pants down. I'm like, what is happening? And then I'm like, oh, Rikishi stink-faced Edge last week.
Yeah, there you go.
Or Eddie last week.
I'm surprised they didn't say that the whole thing. Oh, but the stink face, the stink face.
Look at his
So,
ass.
he pulls down his pants, and then Eddie grabs Edge. Edge low blows Eddie.
Not even that. He pulls his pants down. He starts smacking his ass cheeks.
He had to do the
Rikishi style.
theatrics. If he doesn't do the theatrics, it's not the stink face. It's just perverted.
It's not charged up.
nonsense.
Yeah, I agree. I agree.
Edge low blows Eddie, and then sticks Eddie's face in Chavo's ass.
Chavo's loving it.
Yeah, he's going crazy over
Yeah,
there.
look at that. Look at that. Look at that.
Chavo then goes to grab Edge once he realizes that Eddie's face is in his ass, and then he falls down. And I'm like, this is the most Vince McMahon segment I've ever seen. Fall.
Chavo trips over his own pants that he pulled down.
Oh, man.
And then they leave, or Edge gets out of there. Eddie shoves Chavo over, who still has his pants down.
This is the funniest thing I've ever seen because it's like, he's sitting in the ring with his pants down, and they're walking on the ramp. Yeah, my Durango. Panning back over to Chavo, butts out, just hanging out in the ring.
Eddie's genuinely pissed.
Dude, so after this, they go backstage. Eddie's, of course, not happy. He's fucking
No.
pissed off. And they definitely were implying that Chavo had shit in his ass.
Dude, he was wiping shit off of his face, Eddie was.
Chavo's screaming, I wiped. Eddie says, don't tell me that, man. I don't care. I wiped my own ass. I wiped my own ass.
He's like, is it still on my nose? Is what still on your nose?
Chavo had shitty ass cheeks for him.
Oh my God.
He prepared it duty style for Edge.
Fuck up, man. Rikishi didn't even do that often. Like, come on, man.
Often. That's even better. They planned it. All right, yeah, we're gonna get Edge. Chavo, you shit your
my
little, shit your
drawers?
pants, shit your pants, and we'll get Edge.
It's even worse, man.
Thankfully, Edge didn't get it on his big white teeth.
It's your big
Fuck
teeth.
off.
We go backstage. Some guy asks Undertaker, "What's
Dude,
the
I wrote.
deal?"
Dude trying to interview Undertaker is what I wrote.
He
I
turned to the
don't,
camera
man.
once.
I don't know. He's a fucking fill-in, rent-in interviewer.
He's like the one from the video games, the generic backstage interview guy.
Yeah, that's true.
Some guy asks Undertaker, "What's the deal with Sarah?" And Taker tells this guy that Sarah has family here in Mobile, Alabama, so she wanted to be here tonight in this arena. He said, "Okay."
Yeah, the guy said, people are surprised you invited Sarah to the building. Taker says, she's got family here. Okay.
So Matt Hardy comes up and he says, "Hey, congrats on the kid, Undertaker."
Yay.
He said, "One day Matt Hardy's going to have a little Matt Hardy."
Yeah. And I'm going to have
We'll have a
5
lot
more
of
on
Matt
top
Hardys.
of that. Endless. I won't stop having Matt Hardys, actually.
Matt Hardy says, "I want to go talk to Sarah." And then Taker tells him to get the hell out of here. The only person in that room is Stephanie McMahon. And Pie faces him into the door on the other side.
Just get the fuck out of here. Taker's trying to tell him, no, dude, now's not the time. And Matt says, no, I'm gonna go talk to her. My kid's gonna have all my match rebutes. He said, I'm gonna go congratulate her. Taker said, you don't need your damn congratulations. Get the fuck out of here.
And yeah, what did he say at the end here? Someone needs a matitude adjustment. Is that what
Matitude
he said?
adjustment. Yes.
Fuck, man, this guy's crazy.
Someone definitely needs a attitude adjustment. Like, God, shut up.
Backstage segment, Rico's talking on the phone. He's looking for a cake topper with 2 dudes, not a dude and a girl.
No brides, 2 grooms, so no brides.
Stephanie is chilling in her office, and Rico says, can you please come to this fucking wedding? Please, I'm begging
A commitment
you.
ceremony.
Stephanie says, I would love to be there, but I just have really bad luck with weddings.
Which I like. I was
Yeah,
like,
that's
okay,
good.
that's which I feel like that got lost along the way somewhere in a lot of wrestling with WWE as well, where like it's bad to remember like stuff that
Continuity.
happened.
Yeah,
yeah. Like
you move
that's
on
like,
the day after it happens. You move on.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, I have bad luck at weddings of any type, and I don't want to be a jinx. She says, I'm sure it'll be great. And Rico says, no, it's not okay. On the cake, I have a bride and a groom. What's a commitment ceremony without a witness? The 70 says, if you need a witness for the ceremony to be still ceremony, hard on the ceremony.
She
Ceremony
says
to
she's
be
not to a wedding.
binding. She did say wedding, you're right. God damn it. Binding legally, then I'd be honored to be a part of Billy and Chuck's family. And Rico says, this will be a night you'll never forget. And then they show
foreshadowing.
yes, they show
Dun,
the
dun,
invitation
dun.
graphic again, and it's a great. They've also added Billy, Chuck, and Rico to this graphic.
Dude, Rico, not very good at this whole wedding planning thing. He's the one that put this together. He's like,
course
the
not, 'cause
flowers
it's a
aren't here, the
ceremony.
singers aren't here. What's going on? There's no witness? Did you plan any of this?
It's a day of ceremony, man.
Fuck,
Come on.
man.
No,
So
they had the
Kurt
witness.
Angle-
The witness is stuck in traffic, I think, is what
Yeah,
the deal was.
the flight got
great.
canceled.
Yeah. Oh, great. Yeah. Kurt Angle versus Rey Mysterio in a singles match. What's up, next?
Pinstripe Kurt Angle is fucked up, man. I don't like it at all.
What game did he have this in?
It must have been SVR, right?
Yeah, I
like
think
it was
so.
earlier than that.
Oh, maybe. Because
Maybe it was Here Comes the Pain.
it could have been an alt. Yeah, maybe. I feel like
Yeah.
it's SVR, but yeah, it's in a game. I know that much, and I fucking hate
no, I
it.
think it's an SVR too.
Yeah.
That's a crazy fit, man. That's
What's
a crazy
going on
fit.
here,
I don't
man?
know, dude.
I'm a mint.
Yeah. Kurt Angle says, how fitting that we're in Mini. I said, what the hell is he talking about? Where are we? We're in Mini. He said-
There's also someone on a sign that said, "You suck, go home."
But sorry, I'm in Mini. And thankfully, I'm in Mini and I'm facing Rey Mysterio. You get it? Because he's short.
Because he's small. What?
Dad says, I hate short people.
That's it.
Anyway, there's same-sex wedding tonight.
Yeah, so anyways, Kurt Angle also got a stink face last week.
God damn it!
How many faces were in Rikishi's ass last week, man?
All of
Fuck,
them,
this was
bro.
all last week. This was
Yeah.
all last week. And there's
Yeah.
still more ass to come.
There's not enough ass to go around. It seems they need 2 Rikishis. They say, Kurt says, "You guys like Rey Mysterio, right? That's probably because a lot of you would benefit from wearing masks yourself, because you're ugly, of course." And then he
There's a pandemic.
says, "Chris Benoit, what the fuck?" He said, "If I see you laugh at me again," and the crowd interrupts with "You suck" chants. He says, "If I see you laugh at me again, there's going to be 2 holy unions tonight. Billy and Chuck, and your face and my ass. I mean, my face and your ass. No, your face and my fist."
Let me try that one more time.
Kurt says, "Mysterio, I want you to remember one thing. You're a boy in a man's world, and I'm a man who loves to play with boys." And then he starts yelling at the crowd because they start laughing. This is a fucked up show, man.
It is fucked up. Thankfully, his match kicks fucking ass.
This match is awesome. He said, "No, shut up, hold on." And he does this 700 more times.
Hold on, let me try that one more time.
Listen.
Kurt had a bit
Mysterio-
tonight, and he's going to get it there, okay?
Yeah, he was like, "Yeah, this is real good, me and my pinstripes." He said, "What I meant to say is you're a boy, and I'm a man, and tonight I'm going to love to manhandle you." Hold on a second, shut up. Mysterio, you remember this, pal. You're a boy, and this joke is good. This is a good bit. I'm going to get on top of you, get your butt out here, and I'm going to kick your butt. All right, great.
Well, Ray comes out, and this place erupts. They are super into Ray right now.
Love the Rey Mysterio. Hate the pinstripe, much like
This is the craziest fucking thing I've ever seen. One, because I don't remember Kurt and Ray having like crazy singles matches for some reason in my head.
No.
And like
They just
this
had the-
is awesome.
They just had the pay-per-view match, and then they ran it back on
Yes.
SmackDown or whatever. Was this during Ray's entrance when they're talking about the wedding?
Yes,
When they talk
so-
okay, yeah.
Yes, Taz says, brother, this wedding isn't just some ratings ploy like Eric Bischoff did. What did he do, HLA? And Cole says, I don't know, I don't watch Raw. Anyway, this is what happened on Raw. Just going over the whole HLA thing. I'm like, God damn.
I guess they were still in the phrase of like trying to X-nay it because they still mention house shows and stuff for Raw too. They're like, you know what I mean? And trying to not, but it's like, damn, it's also part, we're trying to sell these tickets. You know?
Exactly right.
Yeah, they end up saying SmackDown is quality programming, unlike
They
Raw.
tried.
Yeah.
So we get this match started here, and wow, it really does go off the rails pretty quick.
They
here.
go real quick. Kurt's just throwing Ray around and shit. Like, what the hell?
Yeah, Ray does a standing fireman's carry to Kurt here, which
Oh
is
my
kinda
God.
crazy looking.
Out of a hip toss.
Ray does a tiger feint kick that tricks Angle, and Angle goes flying out of the ring as he's running at him. which I
Yeah,
thought
That's
was super
right.
cool.
That was cool as fuck. And then they like chase him around. Oh, that was after like he was chasing him too.
Ray does a triangle split leg off the top rope.
Dude, what the fuck was this? They replay it too. It was so crazy. I was like, oh my God.
Yeah, it literally looked insane. I couldn't believe it. It was off the top. Like it was a triangle off the top. I don't even know how to explain that.
So fast too.
Kurt then hits a released German on Ray, where Ray is literally floating in the air.
Sends him a fucking mile away from him.
Yeah, if he wasn't careful, he would just fucking clear the ropes, to be honest with you.
Video game style, yeah.
Kurt then throws Ray over his head in the corner, where Ray lands on his feet on the top rope, and then he moonsaults backwards.
How the
Kurt.
fuck did he land on his feet? What the hell?
Not only did he land on his feet, it was perfectly like seamless.
No, it was like, yeah, it was. Holy shit.
And a great moonsault to a standing Kurt Angle too.
Ray then hits a tornado to the outside on Angle, and I'm like, wow, this is going nuts, man.
Fucking awesome.
Mysterio hits a springboard leg drop for a 2, and then Angle rolls him around into an ankle lock that Ray quickly gets out of.
Yes.
Ray hits the 619, goes for the West Coast pop, but Kurt moves, and then Ray hits a Rana for a 2.9.
Fucking
999. It's the closest 3 I've seen in a minute.
And this finish blew me away. I thought they were going for it, and then I was like, oh fuck.
Yeah, Ray goes up to the top. Angle sees it, runs up the turnbuckle, hits an avalanche Olympic slam for the 3.
This is just on SmackDown,
Free
man.
TV, UPN or whatever they're on.
Yeah, man. Top rope fucking angle slam. I was like, oh my God, dude.
This was awesome. Yeah, honestly, man, I'm glad I saw this because, like I said, I don't remember for some reason too many singles these two had that like were like in my head were like super crazy matches. This was fucking awesome. This was so sick.
You probably wanted to forget about it because of what Kurt was wearing. He was wearing pinstripe gear and it looked like
Hey, it was sweet in the SummerSlam match, I think, right? Didn't he wear it in the SummerSlam match?
Probably sucked there too.
But that match was fucking crazy too. If you don't remember that.
I'm
run
sure.
that back.
If you told me Kurt Angle and Rey Mysterio had a match and it wasn't at least good, I'd be stunned.
No,
same.
Dude, they had fucking amazing chemistry. It's so
man.
A limo pulls up and
Limo
they're with
arrives.
the wedding party.
What is this security guard's fucking deal, dude? He walks up to the window, knocks on it, they roll the window down, he sticks his head into the window, stares at whoever is sitting there for like 5 fucking seconds. And then turns on and says, they're good, they're with the wedding party. Okay.
So next up we have Chris Benoit versus Rikishi.
Blew me. I was like, what the fuck is this show?
Yeah,
dude?
I don't know
What is happening on this show? There's a sign in the crowd that says crippler ass face.
There was. What the hell?
That's so sick.
That's like an all-timer sign, actually.
That should have been his finish. He should have
That's
did that in this
awesome.
match. Yeah, the crippler ass face.
The people love Rikishi, man.
Hell
They're
yeah.
super into Rikishi.
I mean, his ass is over. It's one.
Well, they use it so often. It's such a weapon here on this show.
I think if they could have got away with it in history, they would have. The SmackDown 6, they would have taken Chavo out, and included Rikishi's ass.
Yeah, probably. So Benoit tries to get the upper hand on Rikishi, but it looks like Rikishi channeled his ass into his fist, and he's able to fight back like Chris Benoit.
Dude, Michael Cole says some insane shit on commentary here too. He says Rikishi says life has backed its ass up on him so many times, and that's why he backs his ass up on people in the ring.
Rikishi ever sit down and explain
Is that
this?
the Lord of the Ass?
best lore. And he sticks face people because life backed its ass up on him.
I imagine if that was on a shirt, dude.
Yeah, probably.
Unbelievable.
Fuck.
I couldn't believe it.
I was like, what? Why do you have to explain why he does this? He just has a big fucking ass. That's why he does it.
Well, he said Rikishi explained. So what? Rikishi have a sit down and was like,
Did a JR? Why are you doing that ass, son?
Now tell me the truth. Why do you back that ass up?
I do it
what's going on over here?
because I
bro?
life.
So Rikishi hits a fucking sky high here, just straight up choke slam
the
gimmick
hell?
outwards. Thought that was awesome.
Benoit's
Shit.
lighting him up with fucking chops too, by the way. He is fucking nailing him with these.
Yeah, he hits the chops and goes straight into the crossface.
Yeah,
Early.
the ass phase.
Yeah, that's where ass face. Rikishi then just stands up.
He does. He pushes him off. He gets to his feet, pushes Benoit off, and hits a fucking pop-up cutter, which was crazy.
Fucking finish. Crossface this.
I'm pretty sure Benoit low-blowed him as well during this match.
Just for fun.
fucking cuz, yeah. Fuck you.
Rikishi goes for the bonsai drop. What do they call it here?
The rump shaker.
All right,
What the hell?
Rikishi goes for the rump shaker, but Benoit grabs him. Once he heard the name on commentary, he said, "That's no way."
He goes for it. And Benoit gets immediately up and starts beating the shit out of him.
No fucking way.
Fuck that.
If it was the bonsai drop, he just would have taken it, but no way. Goes for the rump shaker. Benoit grabs him, hits an electric chair out of the corner.
Crazy.
Shook the ring, man.
What
Crazy.
the fuck?
Yeah, it looked insane. Fuck.
Benoit goes up and then starts going for the diving headbutt, but Kurt Angle runs down and pushes him off.
Fuck you.
Angle
DQ.
Yeah, DQ, match is thrown out. You could have fooled me because they keep kind of having a match. Angle goes for the
they
Olympic
do.
slam on Rikishi, but Rikishi hits the fucking thrust kick, knocks him out.
Uh-oh.
Rikishi then knocks Benoit down in the corner.
I wrote, Rikishi slams his ass into Benoit in the corner, goes to stink face Benoit, ... no way.
And the way that this is done is so obscene. It's
so
actually
fun.
ridiculous.
Oh my god.
This is so fucked.
I can't imagine them like talking to Benoit backstage going, all right, here's what we're doing. Kishi's going to go for the rump shaker. Not happening. He gets you in the corner. Angle holds your fucking arms like you're Naruto running in fucking way back. And
He's giving you
Kishi
a
takes
stretch.
liberties with
He's
his
all
stink
the
face.
ass.
Holy fuck, man.
Benoit's entire head gets lost within
Oh my
Rikishi's
god,
head.
he lost more
All
teeth
neck,
in the
no
man's head.
In my mind, they did not tell Benoit about that.
Dude,
and Kurt
Angle,
just grabs
the
his
way
arm.
his arms were back was obscene, man.
That's so
I was like, I don't even
fucked
think my
up.
shoulders would allow that rotation around. That was obscene, man.
Dude, he
Angle then
ate
laughs his way up the ramp.
He ate so much of Rikishi's
Oh my god! And it makes the next segment even more fun.
You can even see Benoit trying to avoid it by sticking his head up, but it's just grinding his
Too
chin in
much.
Rikishi's
Too
asshole.
much. We go backstage after
Oh, I
this.
forgot this. Jesus Christ.
Chris Benoit's talking to Stephanie, and Benoit is like deranged from this. Like, this
Gritting his teeth.
this changed Benoit forever.
This fucking. I mean, man, it is very hard to watch this stuff now, man. But this is so fucked up.
Dude.
While screaming in Stephanie's face about big stink face.
He's fucking super upset because it was a shoot. Angle did that for real. Benoit's backstage talking to Stephanie. He held me down. He held my arms.
They laughed at me.
And that stink face.
I want a match with Angle. I'm unforgiven.
No way, ass face. I'm not giving you nothing.
You smell like fucking shit, bitch.
You got poo in your eyes, son.
Crippler ass face. Get out of my office, stinky boy. What the hell are you doing?
Your breath smells like shit. Get out of here.
Go eat Kurt Angle's gear.
He walks in the room. Stephanie goes, holy fuck.
We
got
got a
the poo
wedding
on me.
tonight. Get the fuck out of here. You smell like shit.
What did you say to me?
As he's grinding some shit between his teeth.
Oh, wow.
And then Matt Hardy comes in. Hey, I gotta talk to you. Hey, how's it going?
So Stephanie goes, yeah, Kurt Angle versus Chris Benoit, Unforgiven, sure. Matt Hardy, on the other hand, fuck you, man. Fuck you, bitch. So
Matt says, since you're handing out matches tonight, I demand a match against The Undertaker. Which is okay.
Before Benoit leaves the room, 'cause I want to make sure we get this in there too.
Yes, sure.
Benoit says, when Kurt Angle sees his smile at Unforgiven, you will feel my pain.
Bro, what does that mean?
I don't know, and I don't want to know.
But he's gonna stink face him? It's just like when you get infected by a zombie in like a video game, you just have to go around stink facing people after you got stink faced.
Somebody wrote that for him, and he said, okay. You get stink faced, and it ruins your life.
Great.
So yeah, Matt Hardy demands a match with The Undertaker. Stephanie is like, no fucking way. You want an Undertaker match at Unforgiven? No way.
Who's buying that, dude?
Yeah, no fucking way. With your dumbass gimmick. No way.
We hate you, actually.
Yeah, he goes, oh no, I didn't want a match at Unforgiven. She goes, oh, that's true. That's fucking true. She goes, yeah, well, you got that. I want that match tonight. And Stephanie goes, you know what? That works for me. You have that match tonight. You have fun.
I don't
with
have
that
the
match.
whole show booked. We're an hour in, but whatever.
And Undertaker showed up late. Yeah, true. Just whatever.
Yeah.
Go out there and do whatever.
Matt says, Steph, tonight I guarantee a victory. All right.
All right. We'll see about that, pal. So Billy and Chuck wedding time.
Yes, Rico comes out and he tells us. Rico comes out. Everyone is set up. There's singers here. Everything is, the whole ceremony is set up in the ring. Rico gets on the stage and he tells the singers that he doesn't like their dress, their hair, or their smiles.
Can the people in the audience hear this, or is it just hooked to commentary?
I think he has like a wireless strap.
Yeah, he had the gimmick.
Yeah. I
That
didn't
was
know
his-
if it was just hooked to commentary or if people in the audience could hear it.
It sounds too good to be able to be heard
Sure.
over the PA, but I imagine they can hear it.
Yeah, he's got his little mic. Rico gets in the ring, checks all the flowers are all fucked up. He shakes the Justice of Peace hand and he goes, I feel a little old.
Are you a bit old? He's upset with the garland and the flowers and that the wood is in mahogany.
So it cuts real quick. I guess commercial break comes back.
Yes.
Billy and Chuck are just in the fucking ring. Nothing
They're
was
all-
cut,
yeah.
right? It was just
I
that's
don't-
just how it is.
I don't know, because in my mind, I imagine they would have got entrances and stuff, but they just come right back. I don't know if they ran out of time or something, or
Because
or
I looked. It's a tape show, and I looked at
yeah, you're right.
like
Fuck.
like a Daily Motion video of it, and
Yeah.
it started with them in the ring. So I'm guessing they just got
okay.
no TV entrance, which is fucking crazy.
Huh.
It's funny looking at this now because as the Justice of Peace starts talking, right?
Yes.
You can definitely tell this is Bischoff.
Yeah, I know. The moment
I-
he starts talking, I knew.
Yes. Now that I know what I know, but at the time I was 1,000,000,000% worked.
I had no idea at the
Same.
time.
That's
Yeah,
why it
yeah,
was
yeah.
so
Now-
legendary.
It was so fucking crazy.
So they, Billy and Chuck wrote their own vows.
Please proceed.
Chuck says when he first met him, all he knew is he was a good tag wrestler, and he looks at his ass. You're also Mr. Ass.
Taz says he's still Mr. S in that household. All right, true.
Oh, what's going on here, Taz? Chuck
What's that
then
mean?
says,
Where's Joey Numbers?
think about that, brother. Chuck then says Billy has captured tag gold before, but now he has captured something even more. He has captured Chuck's heart.
Oh, that's
Billy
nice.
says, damn, that was corny. Even for you.
Capture your heart, come on.
Billy says, but that's what makes you so special and why I'm asking you to be my tag partner permanently.
He gives
Pulls
him
out
a ring.
little gold band, puts it on his finger. Look nice.
Permanently.
Rico then says, I put together a video. He said he edited this too, by the way. Called Our Love Story.
Lance Archer did that.
It shows Billy and Chuck highlights here from their time as a tag team, I guess on SmackDown. And I guess if they were, I can't remember if they were a team before the brand split or not, but
I think because I don't know if it was just before the brand split. Maybe it was or something out because we watched the thing where they get their headbands. So it was,
Yeah, the lore of the headbands. Holy
Yeah.
shit.
and it's called Our Love Story, this video.
I wrote down here Rico's facial hair is insane.
Oh my God, it's double Matt Jackson.
It's insane. I don't even know what's going on here. I love it. It's
the best
fucking,
way
he's
to
a freak and I
describe
love
it.
it.
Oh.
This
How
shit
do you
is
get
crazy.
so much hair there?
I have
What's
no
going on?
clue. Like he got it
crazy.
perfectly in like a rectangle down the side of his face. It's
Sweet.
insane, man.
It's crazy.
The Justice of Peace says, before we continue, if there is anyone of the opinion that these two should not be together, speak now or forever hold your peace.
Boo!
The crowd's like, no way, no way. There is one person.
They're saying
that-
just say no is what they're chanting as well.
there is one person who would like to just say a couple words here.
Okay, firstly, do you remember this part at all?
No, I don't.
Okay, I
No,
had
not at all.
no
No.
recollection of this whatsoever.
I think they added this in post. I don't remember this.
CGI?
Yeah, I don't remember this at all.
Me neither.
The Godfather is here with the hose.
With the hose. What? 2002
not-
Godfather with a hose?
They do not call it that on commentary.
No.
He's
The
here with the
women.
ladies. Yeah. Taz says, I love trains.
Great.
Let me also just shout out real quick. The hose selection tonight was crazy.
The
Godfather was
Minneapolis-
all timing in mini.
Big mini hose out here. That's
Crazy.
awesome.
Usually I'm like, damn, like one of these hoses is like crazy, but they were all crazy here tonight.
Yeah.
So shout out to
God-
all the
God
hose out in the
bless.
Godfather's train. Godfather says, the truth must be heard.
He said the Godfather's back in business, so he's coming out of retirement just for this to bring back the hoe train.
And then he leaves. yeah,
Yeah, he's
I'm
done
retired.
after that. Yeah.
Godfather says, Billy, I know you still got the pimp in you, man.
What the?
He said, I remember these fine ladies used to like you so much that I had to ask you to stay away because the cookies were giving up too much free nookie.
Godfather says that Chuck was one of the legendary skirt chasers of all time. He was
Really?
one of the badass Palumbo brothers.
Who was the other one?
I don't know.
Steve Palumbo?
Yes.
Godfather says that Chuck wasn't too particular, though. Godfather says Chuck liked the heftier ladies. And he said, if you know what I mean. Now, what do you mean? What do I know what you mean? You were very straightforward with this.
He likes big women, if you know what I
women.
What?
Say it.
Yes, I know what you
What?
mean. Bro.
Godfather says, what in the his hell is going on in here?
Giselle.
Rico says, no one in this building wants to see you or your good time girls.
Good time, girls.
Good time girls is an incredible phrase for the host, and I will remember that.
The good time girl train.
That's so sick. Godfather says, Rico, you won't know what you're missing when you miss a ride on the whole train.
Rico says, please remove thyself from the building.
He's going overboard, man. I like Rico. He's really
He's-
kind of diving into
awesome.
it here.
Yeah,
That's
he's
cool.
doubling down, yeah.
So they start
leave.
leaving. They start leaving. Michael Cole goes, Taz, where are you going? Sit back down. He's, I'll stay here with you, brother.
What the like? So there's no like he doesn't stay out there. Him and the hose just leave. It was such
Big
a
Pop?
nothing part. Yeah, I mean, Big Pop is just in the history of this. This is like a forgotten bit of that.
He didn't even come back
segment.
out towards the end and help.
He doesn't save them. No, the train has left the station.
So the Justice of Peace asks Billy if he takes Chuck. The crowd is chanting, just say no.
Yes.
Billy says yes. The
Commit
Justice of
yourself to
Peace,
Chuck until death do you part in sickness and health. Yada yada yada.
The Justice of Peace asks Chuck the same thing. Chuck, on the other hand, is not ready to say yes. He's
No,
waiting for Rico to intervene
Yes.
here.
Rico's giving him like the head nod, and he says, go on, Chuck, it's okay." And Chuck's like, "Rico," and Rico says, "Now's not the time to get cold feet. Trust me, just do it." And Chuck looks around. And Chuck says yes, and then Rico fucking loses his mind. Yes, he said yes. I'm so happy. Woo! Losing his fucking mind.
Billy and Chuck then stop before the Justice of Peace says you do.
I pronounce
then
you.
Billy says, now hold on a damn minute. Billy the whole time before he was even saying anything was like, hey, calm down.
Whoa,
hey,
whoa, hey, yo,
what's
hey,
going on
whoa,
here?
whoa, whoa.
It's like the Andre gift. Whoa.
Yeah.
Billy says, this was supposed to be a publicity stunt, Rico.
Yeah.
And then Billy says, we're not actually gay.
Yeah.
And then the crowd erupts. The crowd
Like,
goes
woo.
fucking insane. And
And
Billy
he-
says, if I was gay, I would definitely find someone better than Chuck, too.
He says, we got nothing against gay people, and the crowd pops for that, too. I was like, okay, well,
The crowd is going insane. I've never seen a building stand up like this, like for a million things. And I was like, wow, that's crazy.
It wasn't like, but he said we got nothing against gay people, and they were like, "Woo, that's fucking awesome!" So I didn't know what side of this they were on. I was like, "All right,
I actually
whatever."
don't know. Yeah, I think they,
I don't know.
maybe they were just hyped for the segment at this point. I
I
really
think so
don't know
too.
at
They
this
wanted
point.
they were happy. Just keep going.
Just want to be a part of it.
Yeah.
Rico then says this was all his idea and they're screwing it up.
That's right. Billy said, if I was gay, I'd probably want to marry Chuck. That guy right there isn't pronouncing us nothing.
The Justice of Peace and says, stop.
Oh,
and he goes
God.
into a little spiel here. He says a commitment is a very special thing.
He sounds like the dude from 8 Crazy Nights. The fucking
Dude.
Yes, yeah.
I know
That's a
you're talking
technical foul. Yeah. If there's one thing that I know that's a commitment is a very special thing.
It's
The
mankind.
bond that's also mankind, true. The bond that Chuck and Billy have is sacred and will never change. It doesn't matter if it lasts 50 years, 16 months, or 3 minutes. And then he looks around and he says, wait a minute.
An Eric Bischoff voice.
Yeah, very just blatant Eric Bischoff voice. Oh, and Stephanie is there, by the way, this whole time, by the way. Just she doesn't do anything up until this point, but Stephanie
Yes.
is there. He says, wait a minute, and Stephanie's face here is tremendous. And the shot they have from hard cam over the priest's shoulder looking at Stephanie, who's shocked, and Rico has like a little shitty smile on his face. The priest takes his glasses off and he says, did I hear myself say 3 minutes? And little kid Johnny watching this was blown away. I could not believe what
I've
was
never seen
fucking
anything
going
like
on
this.
here.
Yeah, I've never seen
No.
anything like this. I was like, I didn't even know this existed.
How do you do this?
Yeah,
He
what the
pulls
fuck?
his face off. I'm like,
Yeah,
what
this
is
is
happening?
What the hell?
He's tearing away at the fucking face. He pulls his big fucking hair off. It's Eric fucking Bischoff. And then all hell fucking breaks loose. Rico low blows Billy. Bischoff grabs Stephanie. Chuck goes after Rico. And here comes 3-minute warning. Jamal and Rosie fucking get in and start jumping Chuck. All whooping his ass. Pop-up Samoan drop on Chuck. 3-minute warning was sweet,
Hell yeah.
by the way.
They were awesome. Fuck yeah.
They looked fucking crazy. FUBU'd Jersey out, all fucking
Yeah,
wild.
that's
Their-
a good look, man.
Their theme
That's a
song
good
was
look.
sick too. Like
Hell
fucking
yeah.
awesome.
Oh.
They're killing Chuck. Rosie splashes Billy in the corner. They do the fucking Samoan drop to Stephanie McMahon. She takes a fucking Samoan
Dude,
drop.
So fucking sweet.
That's not even the end of it. Jamal goes to the top as Rico and Rosie are holding Stephanie's arms and legs and goes for the fucking splash. And then Edge, Cena, and Mysterio all come out and make the save, chase him out of the building. Kurt's out there as well, checking on Stephanie. So they had like everybody out here, like not even just like fucking faces. Like everyone was here to check on Stephanie, and the heels and faces are trying to get after them. And then the segment ends with you hearing Eddie Guerrero saying, "What's going on, Holmes?"
I wouldn't want it any other way, honestly.
What a fucking like. I will never ever forget the reveal.
So now, like, knowing this, I guess the whole thing was set up by Rico to get Raw to beat the fuck out of them.
It was right. It was. Well, I don't. Because does Rico go to Raw? I'm
I
guessing,
believe
right?
so, yeah. And
Yeah,
he goes
so-
with 3 minutes. Does he go with 3-minute warning?
Yes, because that's
Okay.
he's like their manager after that. Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
it was like that's why he tried to get Stephanie out there so he could get her to get her ass beat.
right.
That was the
Yeah.
whole
It
idea.
was a sabotage. Bastard.
Yes.
Well, Adrenaline is the song for Unforgiven.
Well, it's a song for a few things actually.
Adrenaline.
Do you know? Like I don't know if I've seen them do this before. It's Adrenaline, the theme song for the pay-per-view, but it's not from the band's album. It's from the XXX soundtrack, the movie.
Yeah,
What?
I don't know how they work that deal out.
Yeah, like well, it's a double ad. That's so weird.
Triple X. Fuck, man.
Triple X work them.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that's fucking weird. Then they recap the wedding segment.
I love
but-
this song, though, man.
Yeah, it's fucking awesome.
Yeah, good song.
And somehow there's more to the show. That is not the end of the show.
No, yeah, that's really weird, actually. Maybe they should end it.
Yeah.
Tori Wilson versus Nydia is up next. No
Yes.
Jamie Noble out here.
No, it is not.
Not even a
that-
little run-in or nothing.
No,
Nothing
this
with
is what
Jamie.
they fucking called it. I wrote it here. They call this Kurt and Ray this too. They call it a return match. Cole said this multiple times.
A what?
A return match, which I guess is just a pay-per-view rematch. I don't know.
Maybe that's
yeah.
the second of a 3, like return and then rubber.
Maybe is that? Oh, maybe that kind of makes sense.
Yeah,
but
maybe.
do they do a third for
Maybe
Ray and
that-
Kurt? I don't know.
They have to run that back again.
I
There's no way
imagine
they
so. But
don't.
yeah,
Yeah,
I've never.
yeah,
It's
yeah.
just a term that I don't really remember
Yeah, I guess
hearing much. in
first
wrestling.
match, return match, rubber match.
That makes a lot of sense
Sure,
actually.
yeah.
Yeah.
Tori versus Nydia. So I think last month they said.
Yeah, they did.
Jamie Noble gave Tori Wilson a mean-ass clothesline. Just really laid that in there.
Help Nydia get a win as well.
So I love Nydia and Jamie Noble. This is a great angle. I really
best.
wish that Noble was out here with her, to be honest with you.
Yeah, me too.
I think it's just so they could get Tori the win. If Noble was out here, it wouldn't
I
make
think
much
that's
sense.
exactly what it was. Yeah.
Tori hits a sliding drop kick to Nydia on the outside to start this one off here.
Yeah, but before the bell even rang, she's just running baseball slide.
Yeah, so Nydia's back in, hits a line, throws her gum on Tori, which was fucking dangerous. If that catches her hair, someone just
Oh
hell
my
to
god,
pay.
it's lights
Nydia.
out, brother. And then the referee picked it up and threw it out of the ring.
Good on him, man. Tori hits a body slam for a 2. Nydia hits a jawbreaker. Tori's mouth is bleeding at this point. I think
She got
bit
kicked
her
in the
lip.
fucking face. Like, she kicked her in the face in the boot when she ran into the corner.
That's rough.
Yeah.
Nydia kicks Tori in the stomach and hits her with the women's special slap.
Yes.
Tori then hits a swinging neck breaker and wins the match.
Spinning neck breaker is her finish, huh? I don't
That
remember
was
that.
out of nowhere. Yeah, I have no clue.
Yeah, it was quick, and they were like, "Oh, okay, great." Tori gets her win,
All right,
and there we go.
All right, match over. Undertaker is backstage shadow boxing with his wife Stephanie reading a book.
So I didn't remember. I did write down here. Oh, that looks a lot like Stephanie.
It does look a lot like Stephanie.
So you're right. I did write that.
Matt Hardy is walking backstage and then he goes to Brock Lesnar's locker room and they walk out
You
together.
ready?
Paul Heyman,
Yeah.
Lesnar, and Matt Hardy.
What a fucking group that is. Tell Sarah I'll be right back. This shouldn't take too long. And then that's when Matt did the other shit. Yeah.
So Undertaker versus Matt Hardy is the main event for tonight's SmackDown.
Yes, which is funny because Stephanie didn't have a main event tonight. What was your
No
plan?
way. She said, yeah, Tori Wilson and Nydia, we're going home.
Damn, Taker fucking took that spot away from him. That's fucked up.
That's why Jamie Noble didn't come. I said, you would have took all his heat, brother.
That's why they had 20 minutes and they got cut to fucking 4 for Undertaker and Matt Hardy.
So Paul Heyman distracts the ref here.
Multiple
Paul Heyman
times.
was pretty much just playing a manager on 2K. Distracts
He
the
was-
ref a bunch.
yeah.
Throws
Kept
a
hitting
fucking
buttons.
chair in the ring.
The ref throws it out, yeah, and he's just
Yeah.
being a nuisance.
And eventually, his meter fails and he gets ejected from the match. And while that happens, Matt Hardy low blows Undertaker, which allows him to get some heat on him.
And that was a long bit at the beginning where they did that. Like, Taker's doing a bunch of shit. Heyman, anytime Taker would get on offense, like Heyman would get up on the apron to talk shit. Taker went for the last ride, and Heyman got on the apron, and then that's where the ref was like, "Get the fuck
Get
out
outta here,
bro.
man.
Fuck."
We got 4 minutes. Get out of here. So Brock Lesnar then hits a line on Taker on the outside.
Oh,
The ref then ejects Brock Lesnar.
get the fuck out of here.
He's out of here too. So now it's
Uh-oh.
Matt Hardy versus Undertaker. Matt Hardy's still getting heat on Taker here, but then Taker starts his fucking comeback, and you already knew.
They gave Matt a little. He was throwing some punches. He was.
That's what I'm saying. He got a little heat there, and
He was
then but
rocking.
Taker got
Yeah.
that comeback started. I said, well, yeah,
Yeah.
get a little run there, buddy.
He said, "You can go for your finish, and then you don't hit it, and then I win."
I beat the dog shit out of him.
Yeah.
So it shows on the Titantron backstage,
Ooh.
Paul Heyman going into Sarah's locker room.
And Brock as well, I believe.
Yeah, and well, I think Brock comes in delayed.
That's right. Okay, Brock comes. I wasn't sure if they showed me
later,
or not.
yeah.
Paul Heyman is talking to Sarah, and you can hear him very loudly. This is Mike very well.
Yeah.
Paul Heyman says, "I always heard when a woman is pregnant, she is at her most beautiful. I have never realized how beautiful you are, Sarah
Yeah.
Taker."
Sarah Taker.
Mrs. Taker, sorry.
It's the creepiest I've ever seen.
Yeah,
And I
he said-
watched fucking Kurt Angle and Charmel.
Well, we watched Kurt Angle just force Benoit to get a fucking face full of ass.
Arms?
Too.
I've never seen something so vicious. Those arms were fucked. A
calculated
man's
as hell.
arms don't do that. That's
yeah, it was-
crazy.
it was
Wow,
really-
man.
it
He's
blew
gonna
his
take
shoulders
his
out.
ass tonight.
I don't know what would have been worse. You think in Benoit's mind, blowing both his shoulder outs or having Rikishi's fucking ass in his mouth?
It would have happened at the same time. Both shoulders blown out, and Angle doesn't know, so he's trying to yell out, "My shoulders, my shoulders!" He's got ass, my shoulders. Angle's going, screaming. This is like a worst nightmare come to life. Angle's laughing at him. His arms are broken.
screaming
Rikishi's
into the void
shitty
of Rikishi's
diaper
ass.
right in his fucking chin. That's a fucking sleep
yell-
paralysis demon. The Rikishi fucking
Yelling into a void of Rikishi's ass.
his fucking arms are fucking. Oh my god!
Snapped arms.
I told you this changed his fucking life forever.
Holy
man. This was a
fuck.
rough night for Chris
You
Benoit.
know, get your stinky ass out of my office. Oh my god, what can I do?
Holy fuck! You smell like shit.
You booked this.
So Heyman, he says, I didn't realize how attractive you really are. He says, Sarah, I'm trying to reason with you. How are you going to take care of an infant child when? And then Taker busts in and Heyman goes, ah! And Taker runs in and fucking goozles Heyman. And then out of nowhere,
He takes both his arms and goes backwards, and then Rikishi comes in. And Steve faces, ah, my arms, ah,
Oh my god.
Rikishi's heel run is that? He's got
oh my god, how'd they not do that?
They got his boys holding their arm. It's
Oh my
fucking
God, the
Scotty
FBI?
Too Hottie and fucking Scotty Too Hottie and Grandmaster Sexay. They both hold one arm back. for
God.
Rikishi.
Oh my god, they do it to Linda. It's always JR for some reason.
Because you know that
Yeah,
week
you're
3
right.
of that angle is JR.
Oh god.
You know, like they pitch it in the room and JR goes, oh no.
And the week before, that's when they do the JR sit down with Rikishi, asking about why he puts his ass in people's faces. I do it because of my life.
I'm a sick freak.
It feels good. So anyway,
Yeah, back to Sarah Taker and
Taker
Heyman.
goozles Heyman, and then Brock fucking smashes him in the head with a chair. And then they just keep. This show is so fucked, man.
Yeah, man.
Lesnar backs Sarah Taker up against the wall and puts his hand on her pregnant belly. I remember that part vividly as well. And then Brock says, "Life's a bitch," and then he fucking checks her, like flinches at her. Like,
Oh my god, he did. 2 for flinching, motherfucker.
what was he gonna do? Just why?
Sarah Taker got checked backstage by
She
Brock
did.
Lesnar. That's
Goddamn.
the greatest thing ever. Shouts out, bro.
The show ends with Sarah Taker checking on Undertaker.
That's so based.
Fucking what a
Wow.
This is
What the hell?
This had like 4 all-timer fucking things
Yeah,
happen
it
on it.
did. Holy
It's so
shit.
crazy. Like
Yeah,
What
we definitely just watched this so we could go back and see like the ceremony because we were thinking about the Eric Bischoff taking the fucking face off.
yeah,
thing.
we want to see like how it holds up and shit. Like it's fucking. But like
Turns
there
out
was
a lot happened.
Bob Holly breaking his neck, fucking Benoit stink face, the Taker Sarah shit,
Angle's
like,
fucking promo with the mint gimmick and the Rey
yeah,
Mysterio coming
Chavo's
out and
ass.
that. Yeah, there's so much going on here.
Fucking hell, there's what
Brock
a
Lesnar checked Sarah Taker backstage, a pregnant Sarah Taker.
2 for flinching. Fuck.
That's fucking crazy.
Unbelievable. So yeah, there's
Yeah.
fucking SmackDown
Wow.
2002.